Yo, what is up, Sex Beach Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're doing top 5 Call of Duty Zombies box weapons. Now this is not my personal opinion, I got these results from doing straw polls, asking around on live streams, and asking around on Twitter. So if you'd like to have a say in the next top 5, make sure you go follow me on Twitch and Twitter so that way you can go cast your vote. So let's go ahead and get this shit started. Alright, coming in at number 5 is going to be the M1919 Browning, or when it's upgraded, the B115 Accelerator. This gun was only available in World at War, and the Pack-a-Punch version was only available in World at War Derice. And the only real drawbacks to this gun was the slow fire rate and the slow mobility rate, but it actually made up for that because it carried a shit ton of ammo, carries a lot more ammo than guns nowadays do, and back in the day with World of War, this was a must-have gun, and once you got this gun, everyone did the same thing. We all went up to the catwalk and just camped our asses off and waited till we eventually died. And if you really wanted to get the most out of this gun, you had to have had Speed Cola. Without Speed Cola, the long reload time would have probably killed you, and some people like to get double tap, even though double tap made it increase its fire rate, which kind of made you lose ammo a little quicker, but I generally like to get double tap because it increases the fire rate, which also means you get to kill zombies faster, so it's really an iffy on whether you're going to get double tap or not. Do you want to lose your ammo faster? So it's all really on the player's decision on whether or not they want double tap, but if I could have another perk to go with this gun, it'd probably be stamina up because the mobility rate with this gun is just terrible. You just run so slow when you have this gun out, so it's recommended that you can have another gun that you can at least run with and never really try to run and shoot with this gun. So usually just use this gun when you have a whole train of zombies coming at you from one side, or if you're camping. Don't really try to cycle with this gun out because you're not really going to make it that far. So let's go ahead and get on to number 4. Alright, coming in at number 4 is going to be the SCARH, and when it's upgraded, it is the Agarthian Reaper. This gun was only available in the box in Origins, but this gun must have been incredibly good to actually make this list since it was only available in one map. One of the main features of the SCARH that just makes it so awesome in zombies is it does a lot of damage and doesn't really have that much recoil. So the SCARH is a very high damage weapon. It's not really based on fire rate or anything else, it just does a lot of damage. So you're going to be able to take this gun a lot farther than you will with a lot of other weapons. And say it takes forever to get the SCARH out of the mystery box like it did for me in this video, you can actually get it from actually doing a challenge in Origins by getting 115 headshots. And if you do that, you might possibly get the SCARH out of the box in Spawn or in the church. There's really no must-have perks besides double tap. Double tap's really the only perk that you're absolutely going to need with this weapon, because the reloading is fine, it's actually doable. You really don't need Speed Cola or any other perk because the mobility, the reload speed, it's all fine on the SCARH. The only perk I can really recommend getting with this gun is Double Tap 2.0. Just makes this gun's damage even stronger, so let's go ahead and get on to number 3. Alright, and number 3 is going to be the Galil, or when it's upgraded, the Lamentation. This was available in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 Zombies. And the Galil is a huge fan favorite. I actually really enjoy when I'm grabbing this weapon out of the box, mainly because it does a lot of damage, the mobility is amazing, and it holds just a lot of ammo. This gun rivals and even surpasses some LMGs with the amount of ammo it holds and the damage it does. So this gun is very good. It's basically an LMG that you can actually run with. This gun is a must-have, and the best part about it is it's fairly easy to get out of the box. It's not one of those weapons that just takes forever to try to get it out of the box. This is fairly easy to get out of the box. It does a lot of damage, its mobility is amazing, and it just holds a lot of ammo in the clip and in backup. So ammo is never really a problem with the Galil because you just have so much of it and it does so much damage. The only real perks I could recommend getting with this gun is probably double tap and Speed Cola, mainly because if you get double tap, you're going to be wasting ammo a lot faster, and since this gun's basically an LMG, but it doesn't hold the clip size of an LMG, you're probably going to need Speed Cola to keep getting more and more ammo in. So it has a lot of ammo, but it just doesn't hold as much ammo in a clip like an LMG would. This gun is really amazing. It's definitely one of my favorite weapons, but let's get on to number 2. Alright, and number 2 is going to be the MG42, which was only available in World at War, and the Pack-a-Punch version, the Barracuda FU A11, was only available in Derice. And this gun, in my opinion, actually deserves the number 2 spot. This gun has an insane rate of fire, and it just holds an insane amount of ammo. This weapon is definitely one of the most prized weapons in the box back in the day. Back in the day with World of War, I always hoped to get this over the Browning. This was always my favorite choice, mainly because of that rate of fire. The rate of fire was just so good and it held so much ammo, and when you got double tap it just seemed like you were shooting a laser beam of bullets. No zombies were going to survive that. The MG42 was an absolutely amazing gun, and when you pack punch it, it gets a faster rate of fire and it gets more ammo, but the damage does not increase. So the unupgraded version and the pack punch version do the same amount of damage, but the upgraded version has a faster rate of fire and more ammo, and you might see that as a good thing or a bad thing. It really all just depends. I personally wish they would have increased the damage as well, but the faster fire rate and more ammo is always a good thing in my book. And really the only necessary perk back in World War that you would actually need was Speed Cola. I generally like to get double tap just to make this thing like a laser beam, but if we had nowadays perks back in World War, stamina up would be a definite must for this gun because your mobility is crap just like the Browning. And if you had Double Tap 2.0 with this gun, it would just make it even better. You'd be shooting more bullets, you'd be doing more damage. Double Tap 2.0, Speed Cola, and Stamina up with this weapon would make it a truly a monster, but unfortunately we didn't have some of those perks back in the day, so let's go ahead and get on to number 1. And number 1, which does not surprise me at all, is the PPSH, and when it's upgraded, the Reaper, which was first introduced in product and carried out throughout Deriz. And this gun has probably been in almost every single custom zombies map from World at War. And if a lot of you guys remember, back in the day in Black Ops 1 was almost in every single theory and troll about Easter egg continuations. They were always saying about how the PPSH is going to be on the wall or it's going to be on the ground. You can pick it up. This gun is a huge fan favorite, and it's probably because it holds one of the fastest fire rates in zombies. Its fire rate actually does surpass the MG42, and when this gun is pack-a-punch, it actually does more damage than the Browning and MG42, which is pretty impressive for an SMG, and it has a great mobility rate, and it holds a lot of ammo since it has the drum magazine. So this gun is just an overall zombie killer machine, and a lot of people usually didn't get double tap with this gun, mainly because it just made you waste so much ammo since it already has a fast enough fire rate, but I usually always grab double tap with this because it sort of makes it like an MG42 laser, except for even more deadlier since you have more bullets, and when it's pack punch it's doing even more damage. And as long as you're sort of careful and you know what you're doing, like you just sort of burst fire, you're not really just holding the trigger down and letting all the ammo go, you're not really going to waste all your ammo in one round. You can see in the video I'm sort of wasting ammo, I'm burst firing every now and then. I'm just trying to show you guys how fast this thing can fire. And usually with weapons that you get out of the box, those weapons usually only last like the 20s and 30s, and after that they're completely done. But the PPSH will actually go a little farther than all those other guns, so this gun is just purely amazing, and it's my personal favorite gun in zombies, and I would love to see it return. So I'm very curious to know, did you guys agree with this list, or did you guys have a favorite that wasn't on this list? Let me know in the comments, and if you guys could, please leave a like, and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.
Ha 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 ha!